Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today has been the most beautiful day, and yesterday was also really beautiful, so I've spent a lot of time out here in the backyard. Today I am about to harvest the rest of my broccoli because the high temperatures have actually made it start bolting, so I just want to get that picked. And I think this is going to be a two-part vlog because it's about 5:30 in the evening right now on Saturday. So tomorrow my plan is to actually plant out all of my seedlings, which I'm very excited about. They're actually graduating. The only seedlings left are the squash and the beans, and they're actually doing really well, and I'll probably show you a clip of those tomorrow. But my plan with the broccoli is to make a delicious broccoli cheddar soup. Tomorrow is going to be a more cloudy day, so I think it'll be a perfect opportunity to use it up, or to use the majority of it. Also wanted to show you, see all those little green? Those are actually from the wildflower seed packets that we distributed in the last video, and I'm really excited. And actually I've been watching this area and it gets a lot of sun, which is perfect. But there is this large tree above it, so I don't know if it'll become more shaded. I don't really remember, so I'm glad that I'm going to be documenting it, but everything over here is looking okay. The flower starts, some of them aren't doing great, but you know, hopefully the wildflowers will make up for it, so I'm really excited to share that progress with you. Hey guys, welcome to Sunday. I am in my kitchen today and I'm going to make a broccoli cheddar soup. It is based on a recipe from the website Gimme Delicious. And to be honest, I've never really been a super huge fan of broccoli cheddar soup, but my husband really likes it and we have a lot of broccoli, so I wanted to use it up. But let me show you what we're working with. Okay, so here's the broccoli in all its glory. We're going to use 3 cups of that. I might add a little bit more because we have so much. And then we're going to use this whole block of medium cheddar cheese, half of an onion, half of a stick of butter, this whole thing of half and half, some all-purpose flour, a carrot. It said 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, but some of these are pretty small, so I'm going to do 4 because who doesn't love more garlic? I have some paprika, and then it calls for chicken stock, but I don't think I have enough in this thing, so I'm just going to add a little bit vegetable broth to fill in the gap. But yeah, so I'm going to get this started, and we're going to have a yummy soup for dinner. We're going to go in my Dutch oven on a medium-high heat, and I'm going to melt the butter, and then I'm going to add the onion to the pan to soften. Alright, looks like these are looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the garlic and let that cook for another 1 to 2 minutes. And then we're going to add some flour to this. Just until the garlic is fragrant. So my memory card's a little full, so I had to empty it a little bit. So I don't know how long this is going to last, but I've added 4 tablespoons of flour, and it's cooking a little fast, so let me read my instructions. So it says pour it, okay. we're going to add the chicken stock before this burns. Okay, we're back again. So I've turned it to medium-low, and it's been simmering for about 5 minutes. And I'm going to simmer it a little more. So far we've added some paprika, a 1/4 teaspoon of that, some salt and pepper, 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and then 2 cups of chicken stock. And yeah, so it's really thickened, which is going to be delish. And then I'm going to get the cheese ready because that's the next thing that we are going to add. It's ready now, so we're going to add an 8-ounce block of cheddar cheese, a whole one. I couldn't be bothered to grate it, so I just chopped it up in little cubes. And then we're adding 2 cups of half and half. So it's going to be this whole thing. This is 16 fluid ounces, 1 pint equals 2 cups. And so I'm going to stir this all up, and then I'm going to wait until, I should be wearing an apron, but I'm going to wait till the cheese is all melted and then let it simmer for a little bit longer, and we're ready to eat. And dinner is ready. Hey guys, it's now Monday, the 1st of May in 2023, and it's very chilly today. Not like super chilly. I'm out in like a really light sweater. And I had every intention of planting out my seedlings this weekend, and I helped my mom with yard work yesterday, and that took up most of the day, but I was looking at the weather, and the night temperatures are hovering around 50, dipping below quite a bit, so I'm thinking I'm going to wait to plant the tomatoes and the peppers out. I know that tomatoes will do okay with like 50-degree temps at night, but since it's like not consistently 50 and over, I just don't feel comfortable planting them out yet. I'm going to keep an eye on them, and if it's going to, I think I'll bring them in at night. If it's going to be down in the 40s, which it's going to happen. I mean, my birthday's on Friday, May 5th, and it's supposed to be rainy that day and chilly. Like, there's some temperatures in the 50s, like 56-degree highs, and so I want to give them a little longer as seedlings, so that's what I'm going to do. But I think today I'm going to plant out my nasturtiums. My cucumbers, I know it's early for cucumbers too, but my cucumbers I feel like could use, like, they should be put out, you know. I think they're outgrowing their little pot things, and so I'm going to do that. I'm going to plant out my dill and my cilantro that I have started, and then also the chamomile is like bursting at the seams, and that needs to be out. But yeah, for now I'm going to wait on the tomatoes and the peppers probably until mid-May or maybe around Mother's Day. But yeah, and I will definitely take you along for that. But today I'll take you along for what I'm planting out now. Alright, so let's start here in the raised beds, the original raised beds. I planted a nasturtium on this corner and on this corner, and I know they get really big, so hopefully those lettuce will get bigger before the nasturtium takes over the corner. But if not, I can just pull that lettuce, and then that one on that corner looks actually pretty good, so fingers crossed. And then over here I planted one of my dill pots. I know you're supposed to thin dill, but I just want to see how it grows. I grew dill like the first year that we lived here, but it bolted really quickly because it got too hot. But we'll see. Look at those beautiful lettuce. I love spring gardening. And then over here in this, next to this self-seeded chive plant and this variegated oregano, I planted my sweet marjoram. Hopefully it will last in there. I haven't had good luck with something growing in the middle there, so we'll see. I'm just going to keep it watered really well, and I'll probably fertilize it as well. And then over here, next to this row of direct sown cilantro, I planted my started cilantro. And this, we'll see how it goes. I tried to like separate them a little bit to see how they do, and then I left these ones in a little bit like little clumps. So hopefully they'll do well. And then I planted more dill over here. Next to, there's dill starts right in this corner, like 3 little patches that I will thin those because I planted like 3 seeds and, you know, like a few inches apart. So we'll see. And then I planted another nasturtium over there in the corner. And then this is where my beans are going to go. And I will give you an update on those after these clips outside. And then on this trellis is going to go my cucumbers. And I decided that I'm going to wait on the cucumbers because they actually look pretty good. So these bottom leaves are still looking, this one's looking a little yellow. It's coming up more green on camera, but these top leaves look really healthy. And then next to it, there's basil. Definitely don't want to put basil out yet. I'm going to put basil out when I put the tomatoes out. And I'm going to try and see if I can get them to grow a little bigger. But I think I'll plant the cucumbers out the same day that I plant the tomatoes and peppers. Which will be hopefully towards like Mother's Day-ish. I know I looked ahead and the 10th said like sunny, and like the highs in the night were starting to be like 50 to 55. So we'll see. But for now, I think they're doing just fine in here. They're not going to be overcrowded either because I planted all the chamomile out. And then if we walk along my little garden path here, in this area, I already lost some zinnias, so I pulled those, and I've planted 3 of the clumps of chamomile here. This one actually is already has a bud, and what I'm noticing also, and I thought I didn't do well with chamomile, but I found a few volunteers like this over here, which I'm super excited about. So we'll see. And I'm also really excited to see all the little buds on the strawberries. That means strawberries are in our near future. And then over here on the patio, this pot that like really needs to be cleaned on the outside, I planted the oregano. I didn't want to put oregano directly in the garden because I know that like mint and can be invasive. So I think this little pot is perfect. I'll probably put some different herbs in it as well and see how that does. And then over here, I planted another chamomile right there by the bird bath. And then this is really exciting, and of course this is one that I bought from the store, but look at this beautiful zinnia. Oh, I love the way they look. I'm so excited. And it's starting to like bush out like at the lower leaves, so I might So I might chop this one and put it in a little vase and then let the plant itself bush out. So, and then that one over there looks like it's about to bloom as well. So that's really exciting. And then over here I planted another clump of chamomile next to this row of radishes, and it's really exciting because I looked the other day and the radishes are actually bulbing. So let me see if I can, oh, maybe if you, not that one, it's this one. You can see it. These are like the little purple radishes. So cute. I'm so excited. And then these are looking really good. I think in this spot, I'll probably, once I start pulling, I'll probably plant a few more. I've never done succession planting actually, so I'm going to try it out. And I know summer's really hard to grow radish, so I'm just experimenting to see what works in my yard and what works, what works in my yard and what doesn't. And then over here we've got another nasturtium. Okay, this bed we put in 2 years ago, and it's still coming along. Like, it really needs some more like organic matter in it, but everything this year that I planted seems to be doing okay in it, and I'm really excited. There's also some strawberry buds on the edge there. That's really exciting too. And then if we come over here, we're on wildflower duty over here. So cool. I'm really excited to see how this area turns out. I might sprinkle some more here, but there are a few sprouts. But yeah, so excited. We're back inside and look at the germination here. We've got the golden nugget squash finally sprouted, and then 3 types of zucchini have sprouted. The patty pan, still nothing. I'm not hopeful anymore probably. I might try and soak some and see if that will help. But both purple beans have sprouted and one of the rattlesnake beans. So I'm hoping that maybe one more rattlesnake will go, but if not, I might try and like direct sow some in the ground outside once these are ready to be planted out. All right, that's all from me today, and I hope you're having a great week or a great day, and I will see you very soon.